music here. Hi, everyone. My name is Nilesh Mathure, and I'm one of the co-founders of SaaS Tribe. And we scheduled this session to show you a demo of WP LiveStream. So, Nathan, thanks again for the live stream yesterday and going over some of the Q&A and all the questions, as well as some of the feedback. Right. So we'll give an update to some of the folks around that, especially around the pro and dev plans. But we can also, I have shared a link where you just can see a demo. And of course, if anybody's interested, we're more than happy to show the demo to them. So again,
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for having me back on. I'm excited to do another stream with you guys.
Excellent. So should we go to a screen sharing, and then you can share your screen, and then we can talk a little bit about it as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me pull that up. All right, let me know when you see it.
Yes, I see it. 1 second. Yes, perfect.
Awesome. So I just spun up a demo site, and anyone can do this, by the way. If you go to wplivestream.com and you click the link that's there in the description to the SaaS Tribe link, you can click on the try a demo button, and you'll be able to spin one of these up yourself and just test this out. But I went ahead and put in the information for the SaaS Tribe Facebook page. And so it detects that we are live. And so I just want to point out here on the bottom right, I have the notification configured. So I have customized the icon, the text, and then I have a button here that I can click watch now. And if I click on that, then it shows the live stream right here with the Facebook embed. And above that, we have this content that only shows up when you are actually live. Same thing with this content here as well. And also notice that the notification bar does not show up on this page, because anytime it detects the live stream is being used on a currently visible page, like anytime that short code is present, then that notification bar would be redundant. And so we hide that on any page that uses the stream. Then if I go back to the home page, then there's the notification there again. And so do you want me to show you the back end again? I know we kind of walked through some of that last night, but I can answer any questions about this, or we can talk about the back end as well.
Yeah. I mean, we can. I would like to ask a few questions myself, if I may.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
Nathan, and because it's different times in different time zones, so we might not have much of a live audience right now. But I'll post this as pin this post so that users can go and watch it, and then we'll do a follow up demos as well.
Okay.
Because I want to explore it. How can we make the live streams more engaging on our site? And I really like the fact that there is a watch now button. So if you actually have a lot of recorded content, and if you stream to your social media, I think it would get quite engaging if you're streaming that on your site and people have the option to watch it live when they actually come to your site.
For sure. Yeah. Having the ability to include that to in an easy to find location. So like, for example, not everyone's going to know that your live stream is available on your website, or they're not all going to know that you are live when you are live. But if they happen to land, on your website when you're currently streaming, then you have this option to have, like a notification like this, and you can customize it to say whatever you want it to say. And then they can click the button and it'll take them straight to your live stream right on your website.
Okay. And does that notification button, is that like or can you just dynamically show the stream without giving the watch now option as well, or not really?
You mean like have the actual stream right here on the bottom instead of the text?
Yes. Or within the page itself.
Yeah. So that's a really good idea. I think someone suggested that last night, having like a picture-in-picture type of a thing. I hadn't even thought of that until that was suggested yesterday. So I'll have to look into it, but I would like to think that that would be doable, because this is just standard, HTML. So maybe they can just include the embed right here, like in a little mini viewport, and still have the watch now button to take them to like the, quote unquote bigger page. So that should be doable. I just hadn't honestly even crossed my mind until that was suggested yesterday.
Yes, I mean that would be really handy. And I'm talking
Yeah,
from my personal experience, since we have done a lot of live streams, and we're putting a lot more effort into doing, like, we plan to eventually do like 3 to 4 live streams, like by multiple folks in our community, and
cool.
provide different reviews, updates, and so on. So there is a lot of content out there, and we would like to play that again. And
Sure.
as this is linked to some of our posts and things of that nature, we want to have users the ability to go watch it, and then if they are coming from our website or things of that nature, then they can watch the video, join the community, or join our YouTube channel, right? So
Sure.
uh, it can help in terms of engaging your visitor a lot more, I would say.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Wilson has a comment: a new stream already. Yes, Wilson, we want to do more streams, and we are all about video. So we are going to have a lot more video content and streams. I'm going to do a walkthrough one of these days in my office as well, with our studio, which we have. So, yeah, watch out. We're going to have a lot more content and a lot of founders, and we're going
Awesome.
to do a lot of things with live streaming, and that's what excites me about this particular plugin, right? So like in terms of using things like Slido, or any type of polling, some sort of gaming quiz, for giveaways, like if I want to add that, I
Mhm.
can just embed that under the stream, and that can also get a lot more engaging, right? Like, do you know if
Right.
anybody's doing that at the moment, Nathan?
I don't know about that particular use case, but yeah, and that's totally doable. Again, if you go just to the settings, and then under that display tab with the plugin, you can choose whatever you want to be displayed above. Like here's the above the live video content. Here's below the live video. So yeah, so say you had like a poll or something else that you wanted to embed underneath the live stream embed, then this would be the perfect place to include that as well for some more like interactivity and everything.
Cool. And what can you embed on there? Like any JavaScript, whatever you can.
Yeah, so this is like your standard WordPress pre-Gutenberg editor. So like, yeah, you can put any HTML that you want. You can put, any media that you want. Pretty much anything that would work in a normal WordPress editor will be able to be put here as well.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I've been talking about the plugin to some of my eCamp community members,
Oh,
and
cool.
some of the folks who I know who I'm into the same class as they where you're learning live streaming, and they're pretty
Right.
excited as well. So
Great.
that's very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I think really the sky is the limit. As once you embed, you have the user in your screen,
Yeah.
from anything related to shopping to polling, gamifying certain experiences, or
Right.
showing relevant content with what you are talking about can get quite. And versus on Facebook, of course, there are certain limitations, or on YouTube as
Sure.
well, right? So
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. But no. Yeah. The whole goal of this is to provide just an easier way for people to find your stream. But then this gives you kind of that flexibility of putting your content around the stream. Because one of the benefits of having the stream on your website, like we talked about yesterday, was with YouTube. Their whole goal is once you finish this video, they want you to watch the next recommended video, right? But
yes,
you probably want to keep them on your website. You have other things you want them to read, to watch that
yes,
pertain to you. And so
yes,
this gives you more control over that and allows you to kind of guide the user a little bit better in that whole process.
absolutely. Absolutely. It does help for sure in terms of guiding the user, and having the user on your site is like, I mean, is one of the most important things, right? All that
Oh, for
social
sure.
media, YouTube, yes, I mean, those who are monetizing it, great, right? But at the end of the day, ultimate goal is, if you are a content creator or selling some sort of a service or a coach or a small business selling online, you want your users to go online, and this could be a great
Right.
way of having engaging even product reviews or product overviews, and give that option to the user with what you are
Right.
selling, right? So it could be literally be on your uh, product sales page, right? So, or funnel
Oh,
page,
for
right?
sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Using on like a sales or funnel page would be great. And again, the benefit of this setup is that what happens if someone happens to land on that page and you're not live, well, then here you can do the exact same thing. You can have maybe a form or something else that can still engage the user, as opposed to having an outdated like embed code that just says, live stream ended 2 days ago or something like that. That's not very helpful for anybody. This gives you just more flexibility to whether you're online or offline. Hopefully, in some capacity, you'll be able to engage with those who are visiting your website.
Yes, absolutely. I think we have a few comments.
Cool.
Wilson is saying a new stream already. Yes, Wilson, we plan to stream at least 3-4 times a day eventually, so you're going to see a lot more content. And yeah, I mean, we want to make sure that there is a lot of valuable content for our community. So we are going to take steps to that. And until now, I was dedicating about like 20-25% of my time to the community, but I'm pretty much going to dedicate 100% of the time. So you're going to see a lot more content. Yes.
Cool.
Hey, Aditya, how's it going? If you have any questions, let us know. I'm not sure uh, who is using WordPress here, but Joe, I'm sure he's a WordPress guy. He's saying keep the user on your money site. Preach. Yes, absolutely. Keep the user on your money site. I couldn't agree more with that. You definitely, instead of being the user on your Facebook page or where your goal is to get them to your website or your money site, you can do that in an additional way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Yes, Rituraj, yes, sorry, forgot about you. Yes, you use WordPress, of course. You're a big WordPress guy. So my apologies, I forgot you there. So, okay. So yeah, can we talk a little bit around, I mean, how easy it was to configure this? Like, what was the process to?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So I'll walk through the Facebook process. So Facebook and YouTube are definitely the most two used platforms with our plugin, as far as we know. I'll just show you YouTube real quick because it's super simple. All you have to do is enter your channel ID, hit save, and then you're pretty much done. If you want to configure other options and the display options, you can. But once you save this channel ID in YouTube, then that's it. So pretty simple. Facebook has a few more steps. So probably the first thing, the easiest thing to do is to find your page ID, which if you just go to your Facebook page, click about, scroll all the way down, you'll be able to find that ID pretty quick. Then the next steps, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to set this up. But we have this in our documentation. I try to have it step by step for you. And we have support as well if you get stuck along the way. But basically, all you have to do is create a Facebook app. And I can show that to you real quick. So for example, I made a quick Facebook app for this demo. And so all you have to do is just go over to your settings, go to basic, and the first information that you have here is what you need. You need your app ID, and then Facebook will give you an app secret. And then the next most important thing is just what domains are you allowing this to be used on. And so right now we're using it on the demo. And so I have the demo domain there. And that's, once you do that, you're halfway done. You just go back over here to the settings, put in your app ID, put in your secret, and then that's it. So then the very last thing that you need to do is activate this Facebook login. Whenever you first create your app, that's just going to be blank. You just go over here and click Add Product, and then you'll see the Facebook login would be probably right here where the fundraisers is, because I already have it set up. It's not there. You'll just click Set Up, and then once you come over here to Facebook login settings, the only thing you have to do is enable login with the JavaScript SDK, and then again put in which domains are you wanting to use with this particular app. You save those settings, and then you come back over here, and this would be blank, and then there'll be a little Facebook Connect button. You'll just click on that. You'll authorize WP LiveStream to work with your Facebook page. You'll hit save, and then as soon as you hit save, if you want to manually check, you can just click this button here that says check channel status. And when I click that, it says your channel is live. And so anytime someone visits your website, they'll have that notification there if that's enabled, and they'll have the stream here as well, ready to go and ready to watch. So all in all, that's probably like the most complicated setup is Facebook, just because of the nature of their APIs. I'm looking to make that more straightforward in the future, but even then, that takes about 5 to 10 minutes to do, and I try to have that step-by-step kind of laid out for everyone in our documentation on the official website. So
Okay, great. Thank you for doing that, Nathan. Thanks for So Joe's saying, Wilson, we need to get you a stream, FOMO bro show. So FOMO is like a fear of missing out in the LTD world. It's pretty common. I mean, people fear but there is a lot of, I would say, not so great tools, and then people have a FOMO over it. So, yeah. Live video widget for WP website. Who is that? Sean. So this is a live video plugin, which you can, I think you might have missed yesterday's session, but we covered this. But for the interest of those who are watching it right now, we'll cover it again. So what this plugin does is basically it will save you some time when you go and stream online on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Vimeo live stream. What this plugin does, it has settings. It will detect that you are live, and it will show your stream automatically on your website. So otherwise, without this plugin on your WordPress site, what you'll have to do is when you live stream, you have to take the embed code from Facebook or YouTube, and YouTube only allows certain users to embed. So there are certain guidelines around that. So you'll have to check that. But you'll have to take the embed code from Facebook, add it to your site, and then make sure that it works. And if you're going live, and then when it comes to adding other content and things of that nature, it can be a hassle. So this plugin solves it, but it has an exciting roadmap as well. And we wanted to give this as an option to those who are streaming or going to plan to be into streaming, and who are WordPress users, to have this plugin so that they can stream effortlessly and build content around their stream in a more engaging way. So more use cases to come. I will work on it, and I'm going to show you how we can make our streams more engaging. And some of these streams are going to be exclusively on our website or on a YouTube channel or on our Circle community. So that's coming. But we want to take the traffic from Facebook to our website. That's probably everybody's goals who has a website. So that's what this plugin does. It helps the audience get to your site, and you can stream effortlessly, and it does. That's the biggest purpose of this plugin. Now, all the other features, add-ons, that's just a bonus, but it will help you in terms of streaming effectively and create more engaging audience. Hope that helps. Yes. Oh boy, I wish WP Livestream stunk because I'm broke over here. And so I would like to ask the founder, okay, uh, that's a question from Ruturaj. I would like to ask the founder the best use cases for the plugin and how exactly it can benefit a website. The plugin is embedding the live stream from a Facebook page onto your website in real time. What genre of websites is this plugin best suited for?
Yeah, great question. So, really, the people that will benefit the most from this would be those who live stream on a pretty consistent basis. So, like if you only live stream like once a year or something like that, this can still help you, but it's probably not going to be like it's not going to change your life or anything. For conferences, this would be good because this is all be set up and configured beforehand, and then it's just ready to go. But really, I like when I built this with use cases in mind that were kind of like me, where I work for a church. I'm a pastor, and so we live stream twice a week. And so on Sunday mornings we live stream twice, and then on Wednesday nights we live stream as well. And so before, because I kind of started our whole live stream process at my church, it was me kind of doing everything. And so I was running the camera, I was manning the encoder, and as soon as we went live, I would then, while I was doing all of that, have to get the embed code from Facebook, copy that, go to our WordPress website, log in, paste the embed code, update the page, and then do the same thing after the service was over. I had to go back in, delete that embed code, put something else there, and then leave. So for places like churches or funeral homes, we talked about that yesterday. That's a big use case right now, is they're trying to stream funerals because not every family member is able to attend, especially right now with COVID restrictions.
Yes.
But anyone that goes live on a consistent basis will be able to benefit. So like podcasters, like if you have a podcast and you're live every day or every week, this would save you some hassle and some headache, and hopefully grab some people that are visiting your website. Gamers, this is compatible with Twitch, and so a lot of gamers are using Twitch, and they're also using Facebook and YouTube. And so if you have your own website and you go live on a consistent basis, which most do, then you can easily and automatically pull this into your website. But so anyone that is live streaming on a consistent basis would benefit from this, whether it's schools, whether it's like a news organization, what's like a local government whose board meets once a week or once every other week. You can have like a local musician, like they do live concerts, and they want to make sure their website has some type of live stream. This is where that would really come into play, and hopefully make your life a little bit easier.
Yes, and I believe, Nathan, you're just getting started. Like there is a lot more features to come, right? And that
Yes.
would lead us to our next discussion around Joe's question, and a question which was like where what is going to be included for Prov and Dev licenses, and then how long will this LTD be available? So I think it's for 3 weeks. I think what was the date?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe, I'll let you know the exact date. I think we decided we're going to keep it on for 3 weeks.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So there could be a lot of use cases, Rituraj. I mean, we're just exploring it, right? Like which we talked about yesterday as well. When it comes to places of worship, churches, they are far ahead of the game in terms of live streaming and users coming onto the church website for the service. It's an extremely important thing, especially during COVID. You want to build and keep the communities together, and I mean, it has certainly like when it comes to like overall as well, I would say church have a very sophisticated streaming requirements in terms of. So I mean, the largest adopters would be churches, but there are a lot of other use cases. If you look at some of the comparable plugins, WP Livestream has features which other plugins don't offer. If I'm correct to say that, Nathan, right? Like
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're the only plugin that I'm aware of that is compatible with Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, and Twitch. There's one plugin that I know of that's designed for Facebook Live, and there might be one. It's slipping my mind right now that's made for YouTube Live, but none of them have compatibility with multiple platforms. They don't have the notifications or the dynamic content pieces. And like was said before, like there's some other pieces that I'm planning for the future that hopefully would bring more value to that as well.
Yes. Yes, I mean, I know quite a few people, especially in the eCam community, where I like, quite a few people, and everybody there has like, I mean, they're professional producers, right? Like they produce this content, and a lot of them are pastors, and they're
Yeah.
doing multiple jobs. So basically, this can get pretty useful for those kind of folks, because it really, I mean, the last thing, especially now, I'm getting used to streaming a little bit. I'm not sure, Nathan, with you. I mean, you probably very used to it. But when I started streaming, my whole thing, I mean, I spent like tons of money buying the equipment, but the
For
reality
sure.
is things can go wrong. And the last thing I want to do is when I go live is take that code and embed it somewhere and do some other testing, because I'm more focused around what you want to talk about, right? Like you want to stick to your post. You don't want to be in a panic mode when things
Yeah.
go wrong, right? So with that, I mean, of course, I would say the first few times test the plugin before you before, so just to get a hang of it. But then once you've set it up, I believe you're set, right? It will detect it.
Yes.
You don't have to go and
Yeah. So
change.
one of the benefits is once you configure that. So like when I just walked through that Facebook configuration for this stream that I have on the demo site. So now that that's done, if we were to leave everything configured, like every time you go live, it would just work. And so you just set it up one time and you're finished. And so that's one of the benefits that I wanted to bring with this, is because just like you said, like anyone who's tried to start live streaming, it's just a different animal than doing a pre-recorded video. Everything has to be set up. You have to have all this gear. Your mind's going 1,000 different directions because you have to manage your stream and talk to the audience and field questions and do all these things. It's just a lot to juggle. And so most people that are streaming aren't doing it, with some type of team behind them. It's just us, right? It's just you and me. And so
Yes.
taking that piece off of the table to where you can set it up sometime beforehand, long before you're live streaming, get it configured, get it ready, and then you can know that your website is going to be a tool in your live stream toolbox that will hopefully be helping people connect and get connected with you and your business, or whatever organization that you're working with. And that's just done. And so you can then continue to focus in on the production of the actual stream itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is it. I mean, like I don't have anybody helping me with my stream. I mean, I have to set up, and I have to do one of these days a live and show you behind, like, where's my teleprompter. I don't actually use my teleprompter at all, but that's where my camera is, and
Yeah.
then I have a laptop here and a laptop here. So when I'm looking here, it's like I'm reading, right? So I want to get
Yeah.
you still want to get things right. Like you want to get
Right.
your monitors up there so that you can see clearly without getting away. There are a million things which you need to get it right to do the stream, and the last thing you want is go and embed the stream. So yeah, it
For
really
sure.
does. Oh, 1 second. Rituraj has a comment. He's saying, thanks for a thorough explanation, Nathan. Makes a lot of sense for regular streamers. The way I see a straight benefit for website owners who are already doing live streaming is by increasing their visitors' time spent on page. That's correct. Which is one of the most important SEO ranking factors according to Google. Would directly affect the site's bounce rate numbers and boost your rankings as well. Absolutely. Totally
It's a good,
unrelated to the plugin, but a big booster SEO wise.
it's a good point. I haven't thought about that.
Yes. And it's a very good point for sure. It makes so much sense. Rituraj, thanks for bringing that up. I was thinking, like, does Google in any way want to reward users for having more live streams on their site, or they would rather have people live stream on YouTube, right? I'm not sure about that part, because of course Google wants to monetize everything and they
Sure.
want you to
Yeah.
stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yes, you bring an interesting point for sure. Yeah, with that, why don't we, yeah, we talk about the pro and dev features? I mean, so what are we
No.
going
Yeah.
to do? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me. You want to share my screen again here?
Okay, 1 second.
Or it's already going, I think.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we have the public roadmap that's available, and we can drop that link somewhere in the comments. But anyone can view this, and you can vote on features as well. And so just to kind of break it down real quick, it's a pretty normal standard roadmap. You can find out more about it here on the left. And this second column is just they're ideas that I've had. They've been suggested by some of our customers as well. And so they're just kind of in the idea stage, still trying to working out like what that would exactly be. Then the coming soon, these are things that I am working on, things that I'm trying to push out in the relatively near future. And then of course, done, you can kind of scroll through all the different features that have been completed over the last year or so. And just as a quick guide to what the colors mean, anything labeled blue, that will apply to every license, personal, pro, and developer, which is all the coming soon stuff. And then I have different ideas over here as well. Some of them aren't labeled yet because I'm still thinking through that. But like these things would be for everybody. Some of the more advanced features or more like multi-stream features are geared more towards the professional or above. But yeah, you have full access to this. Anyone can go ahead and log in, and you can vote on these ideas. You can also click over here on this submit a feature request, and you can type in the comments, or go to our website and just use the contact form and submit an idea there. But yeah, so right now, all of the coming soon features, that's just going to be for every license type. But I do have ideas for in the future, potential ideas about how can I bring more value to our real power users and people that are a little bit more professional in their streaming setup. And so things like lead capture or multiple streams at the same time on a single site, things like that. People that have networks of sites, that have networks of streams. We've had users with a lot of like unique use cases in regards to that. And so things that probably like people in the personal license plan probably wouldn't ever need. Things that would really take a lot of extra time to develop, or that would really help push a business forward with their live stream. Those are the types of things that would potentially be in the pro or dev license. But again, right now, regardless of whatever license you buy, like right now, currently all licenses have the same features. So you're not missing out on anything. It's just down the road, we have ideas, we have plans for how we can bring more value to every license type, but there are certain types of add-ons that would be exclusive to the professional or the developer license. And so I want to be transparent with you guys that is probably at some point coming in the future. There's no hard date on that as well. But if you purchase either the pro or the dev license now with a lifetime deal, you will get all of the pro or dev add-ons that if we ever release those in the future, you would get full access to those. And anyone who purchases the personal license now, just know that you're not missing out on anything currently. There might be something in the future, an add-on that we release that you might find helpful. But overall, people that would take advantage of the personal license, I want to make sure that you have full value from that. And I also want to bring value to our power users and developers as well. So again, you can access this roadmap. It's public, it's on Trello, and it's linked to in the FAQs on our landing page on our website as well. So hopefully that'll be easy to find, and feel free to vote, feel free to comment, feel free to suggest new ideas and new things as well. And we're always trying to get feedback from our users. That's what really influences a lot of this, is what they've asked for, what they've suggested that would really bring a benefit to them.
Fantastic, Nathan. Looks like you have a great roadmap, and I'm pretty sure you're going to receive a lot of valuable feedback as we start exploring this, right? So,
Yeah.
Hey, Dean, how's it going? Thanks for joining in. If you have any questions, do feel free to drop them in the comments or any feedback as well. We're just talking about WP LiveStream, a WordPress plugin, and we're talking about the roadmap right now. But there's a whole overview we did yesterday, and we just did a live demo. So if you're joining in late, you can more than welcome to go and watch the session again. And then I haven't made the sales post yet. I wanted to do a few things before we actually make the post. However, any feedback is more than welcome on these on the plugin itself or anything, any questions. So yeah, I think we want to keep it short, Nathan. I think we're good. I want you to enjoy your weekend, and it's like I think it's September 11th, so definitely my thoughts and memories are those with the whole September 9/11 terrorist attack. So I it would be injustice if I don't recall and pray for all the victims there, right? So
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you having me on today, and it's been a pleasure chatting with you and getting to answer some more questions from the users. And so yeah, feel free to leave feedback and message me via our website or on the Trello board here, and I'll be happy to interact with you guys there as well.
I'm going to create some interesting interactive sort of content in Slido, and I want to see how we can use that. So I'll create a post, and we'll be in touch, Nathan. So we have a lot more things throughout the weeks coming. So thank you so much, and thanks for doing that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for everybody who joined us live and for all the comments. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks.